Hey, what's up, guys? I'm here to give you a Raw review. First solo Raw video on CM Brothers. Let's see how this goes. So let's get right into the review. Got a text. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta see what this text is all about. Alright, so it said that on Raw that it went country in Nashville and the Authority returned. So, already a bad show. But let's get right into it. This Raw happened on November 18th, 2013. We get JBL, Michael Cole, and Jerry the Kid Lawler on commentary. The Authority comes back. They talk about how great they are and how things were just awful when they were gone because things were just chaos. And then Randy Orton comes out. He's still pissed about getting chokeslammed through the announcer's table by Big Show. And he demands something be done about it. So Vicky and Maddox come out. She says, "Excuse me." And she doesn't usually say, "Excuse me," loud like she usually does. She's like quiet about it, which was kind of cool. And Triple H is pissed off that Vicky Guerrero made that match. So she puts her in a match against the Divas champion AJ Lee. And then he puts Brad Maddox. It even says, "This isn't your fault, but you're going to face Randy Orton in a no disqualification match." What the hell is that? He didn't even do anything wrong, but we get the match. It's Brad Maddox versus Randy Orton in a no disqualification match. It was down. He managed to suit. He did try to leave before the match happened, but Kane came out and didn't let him leave. He actually got some offense and he hit Orton with the microphone, threw him into the post, and got a DDT on him. It went to the cover, but Orton was able to kick out. And then Randy Orton just went to town after that, destroyed him, threw him over the announcer's table, gave him the Heyman's DDT off the barricade by the timekeeper's area, and then he just hit him with the microphone, and Brad Maddox was unable to continue, and afterwards it shows him being stretched out. I didn't really see what the point. Well, like, actually, I did see a point. What I meant to say was I actually thought that Big Show was going to interfere with this match and cost Randy Orton the match. That's why I thought it was no DQ, but that didn't happen. And then we get Curtis Axel defending his Intercontinental Championship against Biggie Langston. It was okay. Um, Biggie Langston hit the big end though and became the new champion. I do hear now though that Curtis Axel is no longer a Paul Heyman guy anymore. So what I'm assuming is Curtis Axel's just gonna go back to where he was when he was Michael McGillicuddy. You only see him on Superstars and main events. So yeah, but I like Biggie Langston though. I like the fact that he's the new champion. I think he's a pretty good wrestler. He's been having good matches lately against Dean Ambrose for the U.S. title and Randy Orton for the WWE against WWE champion Randy Orton last week Del Rio. So I liked, and he was losing a lot too. But I like Biggie Langston. I think he's a pretty decent wrestler. Um, and so I have a feeling though they're gonna do this match again, probably at Survivor. Which I actually am going to Survivor Series, by the way. They're probably gonna do the match again at Survivor Series where Curtis Axel invokes rematch clause. But yeah, I think Paul Heyman may be done because Ryback is done with him now. I knew Ryback would be done with him, but I didn't think Curtis Axel would be done with him. But I guess Curtis Axel's done with him now. So I think the only time you're gonna see Paul Heyman now is when you see Brock Lesnar. So I think that's when Paul Heyman will make his comeback. And Randy Orton and the Shield are backstage, and Randy Orton told the Shield, and I guess he's a little concerned since Curtis Axel just lost his championship. So he. Oh, and by the way, I was actually kind of happy Biggie Langston won too, because I was actually thinking they need to change up the titles a little bit. Like, it's kind of been the same champions. The only champions that are different are the tag team, really. And I guess you could say the world, and the WWE, but that's kind of the same because Randy Orton was the WWE champion. But we still have the same U.S. champion, same Intercontinental champion, so I think it's a nice change up. But he tells the Shield that you're gonna have my back against Big Show this Sunday because I can't beat him on my own. And the Shield told Randy Orton, we'll have your back and you have ours. Um, we get Diva's musical clears. This was crap. I didn't care about this. It just led to a brawl afterwards with the Total Diva stars standing tall. We get Big Show versus Ryback. This match actually wasn't that bad. It picked on towards the end with Ryback spine busted Big Show Miko clotheslined him. And it was really cool to see him get up Big Show for the shell shock. That was like amazing. So I think Ryback, even though he lost by a knockout, I think he looked pretty strong here. He looked kind of like a monster. But I didn't think this match was too bad. I thought it was okay. After the match, Randy Orton tries to attack Big Show, but Big Show spears him, and then the Shield doesn't end up coming out. And backstage, Randy Orton's pissed about this when he's getting medical treatment in the trainer's room, so then he goes to talk to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. They're going to tell you more about this. Zack Ryder's backstage with Georgia Line. He's backstage with the Rhinestones. I really didn't care about this either. 3MB comes up. They're a new team. Then change it. I guess they're gonna change their team name now, and they're still gonna lose. I don't know. And we get like the history of the greatest WWE superstars. Maybe I'll try to get that DVD. Oh, I already talked about Randy Orton being in the traders room. And then we get the Real Americans with Zeb Coulter, which the Real Americans, Jack Swagger and Antonio Sal versus Kofi Kingston and The Miz. They dominate Miz for a while, then Kofi gets the hot tag, and then they get the heat on Kofi for a bit, and then Kofi tries to go make a tag, but Miz ends up turning heel. And I actually like the fact that Miz is heel because I was talking with Adam, and he talked about how Miz is being jobbed out, and I completely agree with him. I don't even remember the last time Miz was on Raw before the show. I think the last time he was on Raw was when he lost to Kane. When he lost to Kane, but he took his mask off. That's the last time I remember him being on Raw. And Miz as a babyface, it was working, but they didn't really know what they were doing with Miz. He was losing to Cesaro, losing to Wade Barrett, losing to Curtis Axel. He was in a pointless feud with Fandango. It seems like he was more of like a comedy guy too than a wrestler. I just really don't know what they were doing with Miz, and he wasn't really taken seriously. I think as a babyface. I think they're gonna take him more seriously when he's a heel because I think babyface Miz wasn't cutting it. I want to see Miz get back to where he was 2000 in like 2010 2011, back to that main event status, because I think that's when he was really big. 2012 maybe a little bit, not really. Actually, it was 2011 2010, maybe a little 2009, but it was really 2010 2011 was when Miz was big. He was having matches. I mean, he main evented the WrestleMania against John Cena and beat John Cena. Not clean, but he's the first one to beat John Cena at WrestleMania in a singles match. That's something to say right there. And no one thought he would beat Cena either. I didn't think he'd beat Cena. And he main evented Survivor Series with The Rock. Like, Miz has done a lot, I think, in WWE, and I think him being back as a heel again, I think is really helpful. Is gonna really help him because he was kind of bored as a babyface too. He was kind of annoying, and I think and now he has Miz TV too, so we can use that to get himself over as a heel. I think Miz TV too will be better when he's a heel than when he's a babyface. So we'll see where Miz can go as a heel. Vicky fakes an injury backstage. She goes to the trainer's room and says, "Doc, help!" And she ends up pretending to faint. So later on, when it comes back, they're stretching Vicky out to the ambulance, and Stephanie McMahon comes up and says, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "I don't know. She's not responding. She just collapsed." The Stephanie McMahon, I think, knows Vicky is faking, so she has the trainers take Vicky to a match instead, and then to the hospital. So we get AJ Lee with Tamina versus Vicky Guerrero. Vicky acts like she's dehydrated, so she gets some water. She tries to leave, but first she's trapped by Tamina Snuka, and then she just leaves. And then AJ Lee grabs her, puts her in the Black Widow, and wins. And it was just crap. I think Brad Maddox got punished more because he actually got the crap kicked out of him. Vicky just ended up just leaving, so I don't get it. So yeah, it was just I don't know. Triple H talks to Damian Sandow and Dolph Ziggler saying we're gonna have like a Broadway brawl. You guys are gonna make it entertaining. Randy Orton comes in. He doesn't think that they have faith in him to be the face of the WWE, and he tells them that. And Triple H tells him, "And Stephanie McMahon are gonna go talk about that." Uh, wait, that wasn't. Oh, that happens later. It's my bad. So we get Dolph Ziggler versus Damian Sandow in the Broadway brawl. This match actually wasn't a bad match. It actually was a really good match. I actually like this match. Sandow actually was really aggressive with this match, but Dolph Ziggler had his moments too. Of course, they used the gimmick, but um, and I think one of the parts Dolph just went crazy with drums, hitting Sandow with him, and then he hits him with the guitar, and that's how he got the win. So I kind of would have preferred Sandow to win because like I like Dolph and everything, but I think they could probably do more with Sandow because I kind of think that they should like make him win a lot because he talks about how he like doesn't feel like a man anymore, and how he feels more aggressive now since he lost to since he lost his money in the big casting to John Cena. So I think they could have done something with that and had him like win a lot of matches and then eventually get back to that level. So next week, Michael Strahan, who won like the Super Bowl one year, is gonna be on Raw. He's probably gonna do crap segments. So I don't know. Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre with Heath Slater versus R-Truth and Xavier Woods. Now, if you don't know who Xavier Woods is, I think he was the one that like put a petition on WWE.com or Twitter. I think it was probably Twitter to try to get Big Show's job back when he was fired. So I already don't think they're gonna use him though because he's with R-Truth and how R-Truth's like never on the show, but R-Truth and Xavier Woods win when Xavier Woods hits 8 defeat on I don't remember who it was on, but it was on one of them. And then Triple H and Stephanie McMahon said they do have faith in Randy Orton to be in the face of the WWE. And so they tell Randy Orton that he's gonna face Big Show alone. No interference, no shield, no nothing. So I still think Triple H is probably gonna screw Big Show over, leading to like a match in the future. I don't see Randy Orton beating your Big Show clean, so I could see it. I mean, like, yeah. I think I missed John Cena's promo, but he comes out in a sling and he says that he's gonna fight at Survivor Series to stay the champion because he's gonna fight in front of his friends and family. Del Rio comes out, says that he's gonna humiliate John Cena and his friends and family, and he says a real champion takes advantage of opportunity. And he tries to attack Cena, but Cena says, "You're right. Your champion takes advantage of opportunity." And as he's saying that, he attacks Del Rio. And he ends up faking. The Slim was just a trap to get him to calm down there. Cena's, well, it's probably not okay. Well, his arm's probably not okay, but it probably is better than what it was. But he's probably not 100%. Whether he was in the slit or not, John Cena's probably going to retain the title someday. Because one, I don't want to see Del Rio as champion again, and two, it's John Cena. Um, but I actually think that John Cena is doing a lot with the championship. Um, I mean, when was the last time we seen like a promo on Raw like that for the world title? I don't even think LVD. I don't even think we ever saw one since I don't even remember. Yeah, but yeah. So at least I think John Cena is making the world championship prestige. He's boosted up the prestige of the world championship. And then the Rhinestones performed the concert. I have no idea. Yeah, but then we get Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, Goldust, and the Usos versus the Shield, Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns, and the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Bray Wyatt. This was actually a pretty good match. They dominate Cody Rhodes for a while, and then but they have like some miscommunication. When Luke Harper tags in Seth Rollins gets in his face on the outside, and then they all the Shield and the Wyatt family get into like a mix, possibly lead into like a future match at WrestleMania, which I think they should have done with the new Nexus and the Core. And a little fun fact: CM Punk and Bray Wyatt were all former new Nexus members, and Bray Wyatt actually, and yeah, so Bray Wyatt was Husky Harris, so a little fun fact right there. So, but the the Shield get to dominate Cody Rhodes for a while, and they never tag him in. And then Luke Harper finally tags himself in, but Daniel Bryan gets the hot tag saying, "Ooh, I screwed the team." But then Luke Harper powerbombs Bryan, and then they all start to work together and destroy Daniel Bryan. And then CM Punk gets the hot tag on Dean Ambrose. He kicks Ambrose. He goes for the go to sleep on Ambrose, but Harper and Rowan break it up. And then the Usos take out Harper and Rowan. Um, Dean Ambrose hits his Bulldog move and goes to pin Punk, but Cody Rhodes, I don't know, Goldust breaks it up, and Reigns spears Goldust. Cody Rhodes hits a crossroads on Reigns. Rollins powerbombs him into the turnbuckle. Daniel Bryan probably took out Rollins. I don't know. Um, and then CM Punk hits a go to sleep on Dean Ambrose for the win. I guess that's okay. I kind of would have preferred the Shield and the Wyatt family to win because I like those groups, and I think that it would really make them strong if they won. But then the Wyatt family and the Real Americans come out because the Real Americans are gonna and the Shield are gonna be in a traditional Survivor Series match Sunday against the Usos, Cody Rhodes and Goldust, and a future opponent they want. They already announced it, but I'm not gonna say who it was. I think pretty much the next guy I say will reveal it. But Punk and Bryan are getting their asses kicked, and then Rey Mysterio makes his return. Um, I actually was pretty happy to see Rey Mysterio wrestling again. The thing that ruined his return for me is when at Hell in a Cell when he did Spanish commentary. That kind of ruined his return for me. And I think it would have been better if he didn't do Spanish commentary. But he takes out the Wyatts with 619. It might have been the Real Americans, but I don't really remember. Then he stands tall with Bryan and Punk. And at the time, I was thinking that he's probably going to be the partner, and he actually is going to be the partner. The matches that were set, there's going to be a Divas traditional Survivor Series tag, the Total Divas cast against like the actual locker room wrestlers. It's probably going to come down to like AJ Lee and one member of the Total Divas. Um, and I think the Shield and the Real Americans. That actually is a little bit hard to predict. I have no idea who's going to win that, but John Cena is probably going to retain the title. Randy Orton retaining the title. Uh, Miz is because as they said, set up Miz versus Kofi Kingston at the kickoff show, and Miz is probably going to win that match. It's just turned heel. I think Luke Harper and Eric Rowan probably will beat Punk and Bryan, but I won't be I want them to win, but I won't be shocked if Punk and Bryan win. But Raw wasn't too bad actually. It was a better show than I thought it was going to be. But with this Raw country stuff, I thought it would just be complete crap, and it would just have these crap segments. And they were there, but I thought like the whole show was gonna be with them. They didn't play country songs in the middle of it, and boy, do the rhinestones suck when they play live. But they actually had decent matches on the show, and the Sandow Dolph Ziggler thing was actually ended up being a pretty good match. No one probably thought it was, but they did take that seriously since they had real wrestlers in it. So I thought Raw was actually a pretty good show. Match of the night definitely was the main event with the Wyatt family and the Shield teaming up. I think they should have won, but I think the Wyatt family and the Shield are probably going to win at the pay-per-view maybe, so maybe they had them lose here. Who knows? But that's pretty much it for Raw, guys. I'll be back in the on this channel in the future. I'm going to be using this channel a lot more now because I got it to myself now. I have no idea what I'm going to use this channel for, but since I got a copyright strike in Wrestling 1444, why not make long videos on this one? But that's pretty much it, guys. See you later.